Alright, awesome. Finally loading up. That's a funny little Tamagotchi. How are you feeling, mate? Just have a basic update, okay. Alright. I think we're up on restream. Sweet. Alright. Hello guys. So I'm trying to, as the title says, make a virtual pet game. I really don't know how this whole stream's running as well. I've only streamed once before and that was a bit ago, and now I'm using Restream, so this is going across to multiple different platforms. But let's see if it works. So this is what I got so far for those who are watching. We hit play and it's going nice and slow. But yeah, so hold on, Busy, what is going on with Unity? There we go. So yeah, I've got a little character, dances around like a little Tamagotchi. You know, you can give it some food, yum yum. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I've got a few different little sprites that you can swap it out with. Like so, which is pretty cool. You can also completely change animators as well to change what type of character we've got. I could do that now actually. If I do that and swap you to a sprite. There we go, sprite. So this is the default. There we go. The cat. Yeah, cool. Why does my chat? God, stop going to sleep. All right. Cool. I know there's issues with you. Start working on the slot UI. Alright, there we go. Now the screen might turn off. I can look at the chat, which is good. Sweet. Let me just check if anyone said anything. No. Alright, let's start working on that. So, slot UI. I want to be able to do multiple things to a slot. I don't know what. Where's the screen turned on? There we go. Alright. So we're gonna want, well, in Minecraft you can split slot up, drag slot. I don't know if I'll incorporate the dragging. Drag slot. You might though. I want to use. I'm going to use an open slot. Move slot to other inventory, as well as move part of slot to other inventory. So we don't want to necessarily move the entire slot. We might have like one item in the slot. Say we've got 3 apples. We might want to click on the 3 apples and have one of the apples get transferred over to that slot. So now that we've got that functionality, let's go through these functions. So we've got transfer. I think we change this into 2 different options. We'll have use, which is when you use an item. So an apple, you click it, you eat it. Which obviously gets a little bit more complicated when. Let me just check that the screen's working. Yep. It obviously gets a little bit more complicated when you got items that have got a bar underneath. So obviously you want to drain that bar. But if I was going to move this to another slot, if I was going to grab this chili and move it to a different slot. Getting clever about it. So what if I want to move the whole thing rather than just a single item? I think having the ability to drag it, I think is a good idea. I like that functionality. So drag can deliver the whole stack of items, where single presses, in that case, can just deliver one of them. Sweet. So we'll go use item. I have all items transfer single, and I don't think we worry about the split functionality. We can do that later. We also want the drag. I don't even know if we'll need to transfer all items, if that will be handled by the drag. Oddly enough, though, they'll be transferring for all the items to the actual to the cursor for that dragging system. So I might be actually able to do something there. Might be able to. All right. Sweet. So that makes a bit of sense now. Now I'm wondering, if you click an item, should the item UI itself, should that UI itself handle all the functionality? Or instead, so that item say, hey, inventory, I've been clicked, and then should the inventory handle the functionality? I guess when you're dragging an individual slot, it kind of make it a bit easier if the slot itself just knows what's happening and then just tells the UI to deal with it. This is a tough one. This is a very, very tough one. Because I do want that drag functionality. Guess I could do both. I could make it handle itself. There's certain times as well where you don't want to be able to drag an item as well. So I think I'd worry about saying, hey, inventory, I want you to move this item. Oh, g'day, yo. All right, cool. I'd love to be famous. Thank you, spam account. That's so sweet. As a noob game designer, it's hard to figure out what the best way of running is. So, what do we do? What do we do? What's our best bet? I like the idea of saying, hey, inventory. Hey, inventory. And then depending on the inventory, obviously we're going to want to do different things with said item. Yeah, that makes sense. So the item slot is still going to have some functions on it. So we're going to want, we have a deplete. No, we don't. So we're going to create a public void, and we're going to call it deplete single use. And this will just handle the functionality of depleting a single use, which is pretty simple. I think deplete single use is being handled in the actual inventory at the moment, which is kind of odd. We have slot.item with max stacks. There's a functionality. Oh my god, it's been so long. I should be commenting things. Which, you know what, I'm going to start doing that now. You go back to the item slot. UI. Oh, actually, this shouldn't be handled on the slot UI. My bad. That's why it's not there. The slots holder? The slot holder hold multiple slots. Yeah, it does. Well, the item slot to handle depletion. Alright, cool. So we'll create the functions again. Public void. Single use. Even if it's spelt right. Actually going to check that. How do you spell deplete? No way, of course. Alright, sweet, deplete single use. And we'll make this a triple test. I'm actually curious. Does this work? Test, yeah, cool. Removes single item use from slot. Nope. We'll create transfer to inventory, which transfer we don't want single use. Because an item with like a multi-use bar, you don't want to transfer just a single use of that bar. You're going to want to transfer a whole individual item. Transfer single individual to inventory with an inventory, which is the target inventory. Transfer a single item to a different inventory. We'll have this. We'll also have deplete single item. Single item. And we'll actually hijack this functionality for when we deplete. When we move one item over to a different inventory, and we're gonna obviously have to change its name. I'm gonna call transfer single item to inventory. What's it doing that? Okay, cool. And then we'll also want another function, which will be us transferring a entire slot. We'll transfer the entire slot to inventory. Transfer entire slot to inventory. Got the target. Cool, and transfer item slot to different inventory. Cool. Now there is one little issue as well. This functionality will be cool because it'll move a single item there, but it won't necessarily update the inventory that it's coming from. But that's okay. We can sort that out with either delegates, or this functionality gets called on the inventories, which is, I think, that's what we're probably going to do, and that will really simplify things. Cool. And then I think, that makes sense. I think now on the inventory, maybe depending on if it's a child in the inventory, do we have a child? Inventory UI manager. I'm actually going to create an enum called slot interaction type. And so this will be like what happens when you click on an item, and we'll have use item. We'll have transfer item slot to new inventory, as well as transfer single item to new inventory. Cool. Obviously, we're going to need an inventory to be our target inventory, which will obviously, not equal anything. Oh, my Tamagotchi's doing something. What's going on? Oh, it's sick. Oh, shit. Wait, why is it beeping? Wait, is it dying? I can't use it. I think my Tamagotchi's dying. No. I can't. It's sick and I can't do anything about it. Does that mean it's dying? No. No. What is... It is dying. Oh no. Oh no. My Tamagotchi died. This is so sad. It's like there's a saucer. I don't know what that means. Is that... It must have been ill. I'm on a new egg, no. My Tamagotchi, my actual Tamagotchi just fucking died. This is so sad. Now I'm distracted. What are we doing again? We're creating systems for transferring item slots from one inventory to another. No. I can't believe my Tamagotchi just died. It was only a child too. It was only in its child stage. Alright, cool. So we've got a new target inventory. And then public void will make to be item slot clicked. So when you click on an item slot, it will pass across the items. Should I pass them in this item slot UI? I pass the item slot itself. Slot. And then we'll do a switch statement. God, I can't type. We'll make it the interaction type that we assign on the inventory. Slot interaction type. Interaction type. Pass in that. Generate the cases. And then easy. Cool. To new inventory. Cool. Sweet. And so now we'll make this functionality function. So if we went in here, say we're going to transfer an item to the cell part, we'll make it so if you clicked it, it'd be like, hey, we're gonna call this transform slot to new inventory function. We're going to call it on that specific item, which obviously I got it set up, but in a really bad way at the moment. So that's cool. Cool. And obviously that will take an item slot. I cannot type today. Cool. So then we'll go slot dot. Is it transfer? Yeah, entire slot to inventory, and then we'll pass in the target inventory. Cool. Sweet, and we'll add that as item slot to new inventory as one of the cases. Cool. All right, that one's now out of the way. Actually, should have those breaks in there. Single. Well, I am getting a call from Andrew. Hey, Andrew, how you doing, dude?
Good. How am I watching you live on Facebook while you're talking to me on the phone?
This might be a bad idea for you when you get a bunch of feedback.
It's real.
Yeah, it is real. Yes, I'm really live streaming, man. How you doing?
Good. I didn't think that, I'm hearing myself back. This is such a drill. I thought it was like talking to a pre-record or something.
No, I'm trying this out.
My comments come up on screen and...
I didn't get the message in chat for some reason.
Well, I'm chatting on the side of it like a normal Facebook comment.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it should be. I'm using Restream, so it's going across multiple different different size. Oh, so Restream allows you to like stream to multiple different platforms at once. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work. All right. Are you on Twitch too?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch and YouTube.
Where I should be chatting?
Might be smarter actually if Facebook's not working. Oh yeah, it's because you're commenting. I think you actually need to use the chat.
I don't know how to do live.
Oh, there's no actual live chat. Is this like Twitch or something?
Hence my comment. This isn't very interesting.
Yeah, you can hop in Discord if you want. I don't mind. I'm happy to chat and chill.
I want to find you on Twitch. Twitch.tv/what?
I think it's Cozzy time. I think.
COZ or COS?
COZI. Yeah, COZITIME. One word. That might be better. I think I've got, Facebook's live system not working. So, sorry, I didn't realize you commented.
Thanks for taking my call in the middle of your stream.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I think you're the only one watching. I think there was like one other person just a second ago. But yeah.
Good practice though, right?
Yeah, it is good practice. Also, I know it's a bit ago, but I have been getting a little bit more into FMOD as well. Starting to understand it from a code perspective. It's so good as a tool. I really love it. I haven't watched it yet. It's the one where you got the blue hair, right?
Yeah, it's digital hair, but don't tell anyone. Okay, cool.
I did see the thumbnail. I need to watch it. I think I was busy with something.
I'm going to jump on Twitch and I'll send you some harassment there and then crash out, but don't interrupt too much longer.
Yeah.
Go to the stream.
Too easy. Yeah, you can enjoy my very awkward stream. All right, chat soon, Andrew.
All right.
And again, feel free to hop on Discord if you do want to chat. Because I'm happy.
Sweet.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, cheers,
Bye. All right, sweet. Okay, guys, if you're on Facebook chat no worky. Just don't worry about it. All right, cool. So, where was I? Oh, that's right. So we're trying to get the cell system to work, or at least transferring an entire item slot. Sweet. So we've got functionality set up. Now we need to make it so it gets called when you click an item. So to do this, we'll go to the item slot UI, and instead of all this jank where I've got all the functionality on the individual item, we're going to delete this switch function. Let's delete the enum first. Goodbye you. Goodbye click function. Goodbye transfer target. Saying goodbye to a lot of things. This is so sad. Setup. We can still keep the setup the way it was, and we'll completely get rid of you. And so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to tell the inventory, hey, we've been clicked. And we've got a couple of ways of doing it. We could get a reference to the inventory when we set up these inventory slots. That's a pretty good way. Oh, hey, beat therapy. I feel like watching your video and reacting to it on stream. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. You're the only one watching it. Let's watch your YouTube video. Let's do it. Let's check out Beat Therapy's video. I cannot spell to save my life. I just put an extra. Oh, no, you got to get B. I really can't spell. Where's Beat? Where is Beat Therapy? Why is your channel not showing up? Let me switch accounts, maybe that's why. Where are you? Bees. There we are. Here he is, the wind generator. I did start watching it actually.
Hey, it's
I'm
Andrew.
busy. All right.
Now, if you wanted to have a sound effect of wind in your video game,
getting a promo.
Go about doing that.
Wow.
You could record some
Therapy.com. Nice link.
You could generate some wind in a VST or from a keyboard.
I don't know if wind will help out in this game, but I think I will actually end up using FMOD for this project with little bloops and beeps. All right. So what do we do?
Now, depending on the project, recorded
God, this hair's hilarious.
Sound library might be perfectly adequate, but if you have extended gameplay in output setting or something, and you want to have
I don't want to bloops and bleeps. Oh, well, it's like a Tamagotchi game. Come on, do you think like sophisticated? I've broken the game by changing all this shit. But you know, look at Apple Girl, right? Look at Apple Girl. Look at that poo, mate. I need someone that's specialized, you know, in making sounds, you know, old games like Game Boy games. But I don't know anyone that's had experience in stuff such as Game Boy games. Sophisticated. Thanks.
There are a few ways you can go about doing that, but I haven't found a way that's more efficient than what I'm doing here in FMOD. So I did see on Twitter the other day somebody had built their own VST instrument, which I thought was pretty amazing. But they were using pink noise there and a few filters. The idea was that this VST was going to somehow integrated into the game engine, and I'm not really sure how that would work, but it came in the VST itself.
Let's say he started in Game Boy games. Isn't that funny? Isn't that a coincidence?
And it comes in at under 500 kilobytes. Anyway, so if you like, I'll jump straight into FMOD and I can show you what I've built here. I've started with just a 2-second loop of some pink noise, and that sounds like pink noise. Now, we use pink noise because apparently it's a closer frequency range or spectrum to what happens in nature or whatever, but yeah,
I use plenty of pink noise when when writing music, obviously for the bit of white noise too, but yeah, doing EQ sweeps. I'm only learning about your Tamagotchi thing now. Well, yeah, you can see, I don't think this wind's going to help me, mate, but I appreciate it. I'm kidding.
White noise is more obnoxious than pink noise, so that's just something to bear in mind if you try making your own wind generator. Use pink noise as a starting point.
Pink noise, all right, got it.
2 seconds of pink noise, and then filtering it. So I've got EQ and a narrow band, like narrow pass, a band pass filter.
Oh, I've experimented a lot with this.
Away, I can whoosh that up
like creating a drop.
And we've got some sort of cheesy
the old pink noise sweeps.
Wind. Obviously, that's not the final product, but that's the basic building block for the end product. Now, the beauty of FMOD is that
well, you certainly talk faster when I've got you on 1.5 speed.
I only need to reference the event name and the parameter name and send a couple of numbers back and forth.
Just a little bit faster.
As much complexity as I care to build, and that's a huge selling point for me. I am not sponsored by FMOD, by the way. I don't even have a t-shirt yet.
You should be sponsored.
In case somebody wanted to send me an FMOD t-shirt, I would probably wear it. Anyway, moving on. In my little demo here, we have some automated, panned, variably filtered pink noise loops. And this is basically the control of a wind weather system. So from Unreal or Unity, the game programmer can send a value to crank up the wind. Less is more to begin with, but wind is picking up. That's
man, that's sick.
40 knots or so, 50 knots. That's but I've got 2 parameters here.
It sounds kind of funny at full speed.
And the other one here I just built for fun.
That's better.
It's basically controlling a low pass filter. And okay, now we're inside. Now we're in a cave.
That is actually really cool using a shelter.
Going inside the cave.
I wonder if 3D sounds inside of Unity would automatically handle this if you rigged it up right.
Behind a wall. It's a quick way to do real-time occlusion. It's just playing with a low-pass filter. So, and that's mapped on there. So really, yeah, the game designer or the programmer just accesses these 2 parameters, and we're good as gold. But yeah, so from basically starting with a 2-second loop, that's the same sample.
Nice. Yeah, 3D. Yeah. I've experimented quite a bit with the 3D side of things. I'm just not too sure how you'd actually go about wind sounds programmatically. Oh god, I can't speak. because, you know, if you want it to cover a large area, you're obviously not going to just want, you know, the sound to just be emanating from the middle of a big open space. You know, you're going to come across issues with that. So I wonder if you'd actually act as if it is a 3D sound or not. You know, there's probably a cool system on how to like do like sound volumes where the further you get away, it gets quieter. But while you're in the middle of the volume, it's loud. And there's certain things, but then other things as well. Like, obviously, wind is directional. So if the character's, you know, facing one way and then turns 90 degrees, you're obviously going to want that to translate differently for the player. So I'm curious on how these things can be achieved. You know, a game like Celeste, this is absolutely perfect in the 2D scene, but when it comes to 3D, it'd be really interesting to see how, yeah, you can actually like do sound where it's nice, big and full. And nice job with your subs, man. Really good. Yeah, mono emitters.
It gets used throughout the entire project. So there's only 375K worth of wave data. You could probably convert that to Vorbis or some other format to save even more space if you wanted to run this on a mobile game, if you wanted some sort of light file size. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. So that's what I really love about FMOD. I get to be creative without annoying the programmer. I get to build.
Oh man, the programming's fun though. It really is. Like FMOD, it's cool. I love it. Yeah, get a bit freestyle later. So
If I ever get to the stage where I actually have made some proper YouTube tutorials, I will link to them right here. But this is just me sort of showing off cool stuff as I discover it. This is a wind generator. I can maybe show you. I did this the other week, but I made this cool interactive music system.
Wait, actually, we need to see what this video is. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you just checking to see if I've made those FMOD tutorials? No, I haven't. If you're seeing this video, no, I haven't. And at the moment, no, I don't have an FMOD t-shirt either.
Can't wait for that t-shirt. Oh, this guy saw it. Oh, jeez.
But explaining it is going to be too much for today. But look, let's have a look.
Oh my god, it is good for music, actually. Oh, this sounds really pretty.
So yeah, for this project, I've been playing around with some of the command instruments and just, yeah, having a lot of fun. Just imagining different parameters that could be used inside a game engine. There's so much you can do with this software. But yeah, this was inspired by a friend of mine, Lewis, who's making this really cool game. This music isn't necessarily going in that game, but it was, yeah, it's a little bit Zelda-esque. It's outdoors. It's kind of Animal Crossing / Zelda. It's very cute. I'm talking too much.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, I'm gonna subscribe.
So yeah, I was having a really good time just building this little musical demo for an imaginary game, really. And I could link any of these instruments and have sort of like a living orchestra built into a game.
Yeah, I'll subscribe.
Have themes for individual characters as they come and go, time of day, all that kind of stuff.
There we go. Now I can subscribe.
Different variables and just experimenting with new ways of keeping the music.
Better have that on there.
Yeah, and just playing with different music states and stuff. So yeah, this is a little too complicated for me to explain, but it was fun. And you know what? If you are a game developer working in Unity or Unreal,
Well, you're talking to me. He's talking to me.
Even just chatting, sort of no strings attached, about FMOD implementation, I'm more than happy to do that.
And I'm happy to talk about that too. I'll have to touch back up on base on how to do the implementation again, because it's been a bit, but it's some cool stuff. I even managed to get a VST audio plugin working from Unity's side of things as well, which I was able to manipulate. It is for me.
Speaking about sound effects, or music as well. So, because I love building adaptive music and I love seeing games make the most of their soundtracks. And I think FMOD gives you a golden opportunity to do that. They've recently updated their terms of service or whatever, so indies can use it. It used to be once a year on a $500,000 budget, and it was free to use. Now it's, don't quote me on this, check their website, but it's unlimited projects within a year, so long as your revenue is under a certain threshold. But it's essentially free for indies. So
Wow.
I think you'd be mad not to use it or not to check it out at least. So playing with variables, music, fun things.
Yeah, it wasn't a so you can't obviously do a MIDI VST. I really want to know how to do MIDI. If FMOD could handle MIDI, man, I'd be using it as my go-to DAW. I really could, just because of the procedural stuff. I know Ableton's starting to get there. I think with Ableton 11 they're incorporating a bunch of procedural tools, but man, it's so cool. But I end up, rendering out this audio and it just chops up. They chop into each other and cause issues because I'm just dumb. I don't know how to render out my audio and layer it up in smart ways. I know I could just have on 2 separate layers where it bounces between chords, for example. But yeah, if it had MIDI, man, do you imagine? Oh, it would just be. There'd be randomizers for MIDI as well. I'd just I'd just do all my notations and just have synths that run live, do everything, and then you can tweak the synth. Maybe when depending what character you pick, maybe it's going to do a sawtooth wave instead of a square tooth wave. Just little cool elements like that. And especially with a Tamagotchi game, where you want very simple little bloopy bleepy sounds. It'd be so cool just to make subtle tweaks, still keep the same MIDI patterns, but just modify the instruments based on which character you have, or maybe different evolutions would have a different thing. Solo, mostly retro formats, but okay, cool. So can that also be used in a game engine, out of curiosity, with Solo? Yeah, nice. I was actually looking into being a programmer. I was actually looking into programmatically making live music as well. That's now a thing. Oh, my Tamagotchi's dead. That's so sad. But yeah. But okay. Yeah, I might have to check that all out. Yeah. It's free to use in game engines. Okay. And so that's more the let's finish this video off.
On Twitter, my DMs are open. Please don't spam me.
Spam me.
Developers, because I'm looking for my next project, and I would love for these skills to be used on something fun. So cool. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see if this stream button works. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video. Cool.
Peace. The old classic blue heart. Andrew's messaging you as soon as you get one of those. Yeah, give you some best. Yeah, you got a deal, man. That's a big deal. Yeah, Unity's really good with what you can do. It's all component based. I could grab FMOD in. I could play around with FMOD a bit. I just don't. I just need to re-download it because I've reformatted my computer, which wouldn't take too long. But yeah, because Unity's component driven. Everything's component driven. Yeah, you can literally add a component, and there is an FMOD controller component. But you can also create your own, script. You can create a script, whack it on, and that could be your FMOD controller. It's just so good. What's the barrier for using FMOD? I'd say having time to muck around with things. You can literally see on my channel, on this one, Cosy4Kids, the best channel out there.
Sure how that would work?
Don't subscribe to it. It's literal cancer. Especially the mic quality of things. But it's FMOD stuff. Yeah, first real interaction with FMOD. What did I do here? Let's see what this is. Might actually explain things. Oh, the mic quality. Oh, ouch. Alright, so I just did some FMOD integration. And it's kind of cool. I just did something very simple though.
got this sound that I made. You're probably getting feedback. Let me mute the mic. But yeah, you can just move the pitch mod bar around and you'll see what happens.
I don't think I actually explained on how it works. So no. But yeah, no, this is a very simple example where I've got this. What was I saying? You need to check the code of why this. Yeah, so yeah, it's really simple. In Unity, you've got like UI stuff. In fact, if I go to my very clever cell panel, zoom out so I can see it. You see it's got these bars on it. They only appear once the item slots actually fill up. But you can detect when one of these item bars get modified, and you can check out what their value is. And so I can pass the value being from 0 to 1 through to one of FMOD's parameters, and it's that simple. It's so easy. Yeah. I wish I had that project saved. Actually, it probably would have been good to show you how that worked because it's such a simple example of FMOD. But yeah, it's a bloody cool tool. I love it. And what was this? My tree randomizer. Oh, these sounds are horrible. All right. Guess what I've got going, guys? That's right. Now we have chomp sounds. How about that? Oh yeah. So this is like the little sound event we can pass in, and you can pull the properties from it.
So this is some quick FMOD integration of Unity.
Oh, I don't think it's using any 3D sounds or anything. It's just, I think, randomizing. Yeah, it's got 3 sounds on a multi-instrument, and there's a little pitch randomization. I think that's all it is.
Is it crying pain?
So that's pretty basic. In the final version, I got a little bit deeper with what I did. We're selling Tamagotchis, aren't they? No, I'm not selling them. I just killed a Tamagotchi today. I was so sad. It's like, as I started streaming, my Tamagotchi was fine, looked away, and then I just heard it make the death sound, and it just fucking died on me. So yeah, my sister bought me it because she knew I was working on this game. God, I'm just gonna let this Tamagotchi die. I can't believe I killed it. That's so sad. Yeah, and I don't think you can really hear the audio presentation I did. I think I made my voice too loud. I definitely made it too loud. But yeah, so I've done a bit with FMOD, so it's pretty cool. I definitely need to do some more with. Can you revive? You can't. Once it's dead, you have to get a new egg. Oh god, I've gone off the chat. Where did chat go? Hold on. I don't know if you had some messages that I've just lost, but yeah, you can't revive it. Every time a Tamagotchi dies, it's back to the start. Thanks, Ella. This is the worst present I've ever been given. Just a needy little prick that just needs your attention all day. I hate it. But yeah. So that was essentially, I guess, how you can get an FMOD audio trigger working, Andrew. It's so cool, and I'll definitely add some procedural audio to this eventually. But for now, let's get back into programming. So I'm losing track of what I was doing. Okay. Let's worry about that later. Let's go back to the inventory functionality. Yeah, sweet. All right, cool. So transfer our entire slot to inventory. Have I currently got the functionality for this? Let's look at the consumption setup. What this literally needs to do is go target dot is it add item? Does add item and also take in a slot? It can. Alright. We can actually do that. Transfer entire slot to inventory. And then just have to make it so I actually have a way I prefer doing this. We're just going to inventory. Was it slots dot remove? We're actually going to remove the current slot. Then we're going to go target inventory dot add item. That will pass in the slot. And then on here we'll just have an on entire inventory. Entire inventory. Oh, sorry. Make it on. So this actually won't really handle any of the functionality, and instead will just be called. And stuff might happen here when you transfer the entire slot to inventory. Perhaps you want to update the slot UI, so slot UI could check when this gets called. So that'll have some purpose. Yeah, I'll be heaps keen for that, man. Sounds good. I'll have to might have to have a bit of a refresher though. Could probably install that old project and it'll be back up and running. But yeah. FMOD's awesome, man. You should totally be sponsored by them. Makes some of the best tutorials I've come across, that's for sure. Make this. And this will actually be deplete single item. Deplete single use, kill. And this is the functionality for the depletion. Alright. So we're going to deplete a single use. Yeah, no worries, Andrew. Yeah, keen to chat, man. It was good. Anytime. It's actually kind of nice to have someone to chat to, actually. It does a whole lot of point for me trying to do this streaming, because it can get a bit lonely at times. A bit lonely being a streamer. Cool. If I'm going to play a single item, we're actually not going to want to decrease uses left. Are we? Your OBS game needs work. Yeah, it certainly does. It's in a pretty bad state right now. And it's a bit hard trying to juggle actually being a social and actually trying to figure things out, especially after you've left things for a while and you haven't really used any comments. So yeah, it's pretty nasty at the moment. Oh, you mean the OBS? Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Oh, look, I could get it. Legible. Oh, is the stream text not legible? You're just criticizing me. You're just criticizing me, aren't you? All right, would you? We can make this bigger. Are you happy now? Is that legible? No. Yeah, it is a bit small, isn't it? Though. I could probably change the text type. Actually, that's probably the smartest move, Andrew. But hey, I'm a noob to streaming, so don't judge me, okay? Burns it with a bat. Oh, of course it does. Yeah, absolutely would be. Can I just literally code in the background? This is coding, right? Oh, that was a bad move. That was a very bad move. The chat is ready to display messages. Okay. Yeah, I should. I probably should just at this point get rid of the bloody stream. Just get rid of the text. Yeah, because that is exactly the same color. Are you sure that even the white on the stream is not legible? No, I'll actually have a look. Let's hop on to YouTube. Let's see, make a little. Hey. Well, let's see how that's looking. That's quality of the stream's pretty bad. God, it is really bad. The actual stream itself isn't legible. Can I change the? I don't know how to change the resolution. I don't know why the resolution of the stream is that crummy. It's basically unwatchable at this point, let's be real. Damn. Oh, dang it. Step up my stream game just a little bit. Yeah. Well, we won't worry about it. I'll fix it up for the next time that I do some streaming, I reckon. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Alright, so inflation for a single use. So let's jump. I can't test it out. So obviously we've got three different types of items. We've got an item that can't be stacked. We've got an item. It's actually moldy. You've got an item that can't be stacked. An item that can be stacked. And on top of that, you've got an item which has multiple uses, or an item that doesn't have multiple uses. So if we're going to deplete a single use of an item, we obviously want to check if the amount of uses are above 0. If that is the case, we're going to decrease the uses by 1. If uses is smaller than or equals 0, then we'll decrement the stack, yep. And uses left equals, yep, back to the max. And then we call the depletion function. Cool. And then else if I don't know if we need to worry about stack size. I guess this will work for items that don't stack up. So maybe we do. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Alright, cool. That works. Sweet. And then if this is the case, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to decrease that by 1. Literally delete it. And if stack size is greater than 0, increase stack, else we're just going to deplete instantly. Just to be fair, we actually just straight out get rid of this. That will still work perfectly. I actually don't know which way is more efficient, but we'll just do it that way. And we won't do the same for here. Yeah, cool. Sweet. So we want to transfer a single item. We're going to obviously want to delete single item from here. Oh, actually depleting a single item. Okay, we can't actually do this on. I have to make it actually legitimately transfer. Depleting a single item. And then we want, I think I do have a clone. Is there a clone? I clone of interface. Is there a way of getting a copy? Copy. Consumption copy. What is a consumption copy? Whoops, stuff that up. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Create copy of inventory slot. Yep. Along with, make it empty. Sweet. Because that's the noun uses, right? That's 0 there. Yeah, cool. And I'll get slot copy. Sweet. And we'll get the slot copy. We'll make this var slot. New slot. Make it use explicit as well. Sweet. And then we can go target dot add item new slot. Well, of course, we need to make it so new slot dot stack equals 1. Right, perfect. So we can now do that. We just do have one issue. And that's related to the uses left. Maybe we obviously want to copy the uses left, but we only want to do it if the stack size equals 1. So we'll make it so uses left, or new slot, sorry, new slot dot uses left equals make it this dot uses left. We only want to do it if two things are true: item amount of uses is greater than 0, and this dot uses left, or actually stack. The stack equals 1. So if it's a stack, make it smaller than equal to 1. as well, just in case there's a weird situation where I've got a stack size of 0. But if that's the case, we're going to want to set uses left to that. Else we want to set it to this dot item dot amount of uses. That makes sense. So yeah, we'll set the uses left to be of the new slot to be of the current slot if only if we do have, you know, multiple different uses and the stack sizes or down to 0, down to the last item, because then we'll actually keep hold of the slot. Sweet. And then we'll add the item to the inventory. And screw it. We'll no longer make this on. We'll go back to where this gets called. And we'll put alt. Make it target.add-item. Excuse me. What's going on? Oh. Yes. Sweet. So now we should have some level of transfer functionality ready to play around with. Cool. So transfer slot to new inventory. That should straight up work. Create the next one. Transfer slot use to inventory, which will pass the item slot. We actually don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to go slot dot trans single item to inventory, which obviously we want to actually add we don't have deplete single item. That gets called. Awesome. Sweet. Awesome. And then the last little bit of functionality is obviously the simple ask use item. So public void use item slot. We'll just call slot dot is it use. Isn't right. Yep, sweet. And it's a consume function. We'll change that out in a bit. But that's exactly what we want. Alright, let's now go through fix all these errors. We do not care about the click function anymore. God, I need to get an SSD for this computer. Oh, is that literally all the problems fixed? Ah, bullshit. Bullshit it is. Yeah, I can't need items. The use function's not getting called. So we're going to have to go to the item slot UI. And we're going to have to check. Ah, cool, so we got rid of the click functionality. Alright, so this is where it's going to be tricky. How do we get a reference to the inventory? You know what? Let's just have a reference to the inventory. And go inventory dot and then we put in this dot item. Oh no, dot slot. Cool. Now, this might have some issues with updating UI, but that should work. We just now need to set the inventory when we create the slots. Sorry. Alright, cool. Where do we set the inventory on the actual slot itself? What would the UI want to know what inventory it is? Yeah, no, that makes more sense. I think, at least. So I think we'll actually do that. Instead it'll be slot.inventory. Use item. We'll go to item slot. Paste that in. Cool. Then on the UI manager, on fill slots, we are going to pass in. Is this a slot? Create instance inventory. Category, item category. Okay, that gets the current slot. Category. Is it actually instantiating it? Where's it instantiating the slots? God. Ah. There we go. There we go. We have a reference. The inventory. Let's create a new get call from. Refurb. Oh my god, it's an array of slot UI. Which gets called from here. Which. Okay, gets called from here. Let's replace. Gotcha. Man, that's some complicated functionality that I've totally forgotten. Well, it's not too complicated, but I'm a noob. It says so in the title. Why instantiate prefab? Should I be instantiating things a bit differently? I do like the idea of having a block. I think is a slots holder. Does that actually? If we set one of the inventory panels. Okay, it's got a reference to all the different slots holders. And then it tells the slot holder, hey, these are the slots I want to instantiate. But obviously, we also want to tell the slots holder one other piece of information, and that's, hey, what is the inventory? What inventory are we trying to transfer to? So, go back to inventory UI. Go to our slot holders, and we'll go at start. Filtered slots dot And where's the reference to the inventory? Inventory. You got what? Where does this get called? Where does this come from? Inventory manager. Oh, creature, that instance. It's an inventory. Okay. And then it's in the overrides of the basic inventory. That gets changed. Alright. Oops. Instance inventory. Sweet. And then we want. Oh, God. Generate field. Oh, we're already passing it through. We just need to set reach. We're filled with slots. Dot. We really need to do this at the start, though. This is definitely the best way of doing it. Wait. So let's hold on. I'm in a crossroads. I hate this. You're trying to figure out what the best method is, and you're revisiting old code. Alright, clear functionality. That's efficient, but that's cool. Replace. So we create a new item slot. Setup. And part of the setup to pass in an item slot. I think it makes sense here. Here is where we pass in the thing CUI dot. Excuse me. Oh, it's private. That's where we use the, what was it, set inventory? You know, every time you set up a slot, you might as well just make it so you pass in an inventory. Right, will this ever get called? You don't want to put an inventory. No, we'll just create an override. Public void setup item slot as well as an inventory. And we'll just call it regular setup, an item slot, as well as on top of that. God. What's that happening? As well as item set dot slot. slot. We are in slot inventory. Vehicles inventory. Sweet. Instead, I'm going to use this one. And then, just got a ding. So notification for probably Facebook. Making private DMs. Alright. Then we just need a reference to the inventory. Cool. Just make it public. That's easy. Inventory. Sweet. And then on the inventory UI manager. We're just going to make it go down at the top, item and filtered slots, item dot sweet. We'll make it use explicit and holder. So these are different holder categories. Awesome. All right. Is it now set up to work? I got it set up in the inventory. Was it on the slot? Was it on a slot? There's the click function. No, it is on UI. Slot UI. One pointer click. Kill. Alright. Collection does not exist. Get rid of you. And now, finally, hopefully, the small brain game developer can actually get something to work. Should happen is that should get consumed. Yes, it's eating it. Perfect. That's consuming uses while I deplete. Nice. What happens when we get to minimum fullness? Perfect. Alright, there we go. That's good functionality. Now we just need to set things up to work in the cell menu. And so that is used in the transfer inventory manager. What holder's gonna have to handle that shit, aren't they? Which will probably usually be set null. Oh my god, what's it doing? Save. And then public. Oh, what is it again? It's slot UI. No slot. Maybe the enum's not public? No, it's on the inventory itself. Oh, that's perfect. That is fucking good. Yes, sweet, 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 sweet. That's perfect. Yeah, we just need a reference to the inventory. This doesn't the inventory now control what happens on click? It certainly does. which means that's inside of the inventory. I can actually create inventory. Let's try this. Let's go into the, what is it? The cell panel inventory section. Transfer inventory UI manager. Let's go here. On start. Inventory. Oh shit. Oh yeah, no, all parts. I'm gonna make it target inventory. Where is it? It's for UI manager. Okay, a protected inventory. So over here, inventory dot. I'm going to put this interaction type. I'm going to set it to equal. Dot. Make it so transfer as a single item. Oh, inventory dot. Receiver. Target. Receiver. UI. I'll probably end up making this use a God, we're gonna make inventory public. Yeah, make inventory inventory. I'll probably make this all be encapsulated into one simple function. Should be much nicer. But now, fingers crossed, if we go here, this should now do what we want. Oh, the gears, open, isn't it? Hopefully this moves something. Damn it. It's getting consumed. Why? Section of the cell panel. Oh. That's what I said. This should be working. Transferring a single item. That's slow. Why is that not working? Let's go back to the things on the item UI. Also UI. One click. There's inventory. We use item. Oh. One function. Oh no. No, that's working still. Oh no. Maybe there's functionality covered from that use. Function that was doing stuff. We'll see if this works. It doesn't. It doesn't work. No. Maybe it's just not updating the UI. Let me just check that. We just haven't. See. Excuse me. What about you? We do have slots, right? We do. The cell panel inside of the inventory section. How is these slots not populated? If it literally has slots just there. Like, where is it pulling this from? There are no slots in inventory. So how is it updating the UI? Excuse me. What's first? Just hit play. And see what breaks. If we go to this inventory panel, instead we get transferred to the inventory. We haven't set up an inventory. Let's just see what happens. Nothing. No bugs, no. Absolutely nothing's happening. Why would that be? I wish I wasn't this stupid. I really do. I really wish I wasn't this stupid. I forgot to implement the fucking functions. I'll just copy you. Transfer into opposite. Something. Item. Yes. Oh, it's not use. G. Single item. Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my fingers are crossed, my orifices are clenched, and my computer's dying. Please be good to me. Okay, they're disappearing. That's consuming normally. Why is that consuming normally? I don't know. Let's see what happens if we go to the inventory panel and change it to that. Here, there we go. It's getting sent back to use item. I can't change it, it's always set to use item. Why do it be like this? That's odd. That really is odd. I really don't know what's forcing that. And I don't know what this means. Okay. Why is the inventory interaction type getting changed? Where does it get changed? Like, honestly, where? I know where. I know where. And I am an idiot. But not that big of an idiot. But I am an idiot. But I do know where. It must be constantly getting forced from the player. So what happens if we get an Apple go? The inventory. One and only inventory. As we go to you, we'll go make it transfer to new inventory. What happens now? Let's come back to use item. Why is that always going back to the new item? What is changing the interaction type? Still like that. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. That didn't break. It's gone back to use, hasn't it? Why is it acting like use? God. The plot's thickening still. It really is thickening. Alright. Should be removing this thought. Completing it. Not depleting it. Actually, let's go to the switch daemon. And then we'll add the interaction type. So the interaction type. So every time it gets clicked. This will be let's get some other things. Sorry about the Let's go back to chat. The person apparently watching it's probably me on Facebook. Most definitely is me on Facebook. So let's enable chat. How do we do that? So there are settings, edit live video. I don't want to give any personal details away. Got it. You know what? No one's watching. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I really don't care. Let's just test out the code. Quit Facebook. All right. So apparently, so use item. All right. As we change it, transfer. Interesting. So we go to you, go to toys. Still that. Then we go inventory panel. Yeah. That should be ooh. It's an object. Okay, it's actually happening now. Is it because of the user item interaction? No, that's the inventory section. It's clearly not. Where is the... Where are these slots coming from? It's because it's not this inventory. It's the inventory on the player that is interacting that way. This inventory doesn't even exist. Of course. Of course. Right. Right. Which means we need to do that as well. Which we do. Yeah. It's the base.starting called. Let's see what happens. For space inventory causes issues. That's okay. Just the inventory is currently set to null. So we go to you. Alright, there we go to inventory. Okay. Use the transfer. object reference set to an instance of an object, which I would be referring to the probably the target inventory, which is odd. So we are setting the receiver inventory. The receiver inventory is itself too. What am I doing? What is it? Inventory equal to new inventory, and then only on this we want to look at. That's the case. Right, sweet. I know what to do. So we will have it so if what is this? Right. If you want to pull inventory from player, then inventory target equals inventory equals player. No, it's creature. Not instance. Not inventory. Else. Inventory. And this only happens here. If target inventory equals null, we'll do this. Else. Wait, no, we know that. Anything else? We just want to return the target inventory. Perfect. Maybe we get I'm so silly. I'm so silly. This does not need to go there. This needs to go on the inventory UI manager. It actually needs to refer to the inventory. We're so dumb. There we go. I'm going to make you private. So it causes a bunch of errors. There we go. Get inventory. Sweet. I think I should have gotten rid of all the errors. Now, shouldn't get any issues. It should all be functioning before. So it should all be pulling the. I already had a bull to do that. I already had a bull to do that. It's the pull inventory on start. Just gonna ignore that. I don't know what that did. Filled up the slots. This might actually fill up the slots now. Just want to check for that. Yeah, it doesn't. Alright, now we're gonna fill it up with the inventory. And now it knows what the inventory is, whether it's pulling it from the player or not. Wait, that's good. And then in the inventory section of the cell panel, we don't want to pull from player. We want it to be its own. Wait, no. We do want it to pull from the player. We want that to pull from the player. And then the cell section. We don't want to pull from the player. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. The amount of uses is what's not right. Oh, the start. Item. So. What is going on here? Alright, I've got two things that I'm confused by. First, I don't know how that's getting populated. That cell section. Let's pull from start, but it doesn't pull from play. This is because it's happening in here. Both be transferred to. Inventory. Alright, we'll just do that for the time being. Still means I'm confused because it still means that inventory is equaling player's inventory for whatever reason. So fucking confusing. That's set to an instance of object. What is it? Passing no. I'll be passing a null. Why would we be passing a null? A null item. It'd be empty slots in inventory. That would be that. I think. Let's go to inventory. Yeah, none of these are null. Wait. Oh no. So, let me play again. I'm setting items to null without deleting them. Yeah, that's not good. That is really not good. Hence the depleted function. There's no time. Might expand that at some stage. We'll move the slot. Now we need an empty slot. Should also queue with an old item problem. Yeah, I think I might wrap up the stream here, guys. Just been struggling for way too long. Sorry to the random person who's been watching me on Twitch. I hope you had a good time. Anyhow.